So here is a new video here, guys. So it's not a video I was actually expecting to be making at this current moment, but as I said before, We Are Birmingham said that there was going to be a few changes to the roster, and this is being confirmed now. As you can see here is a few tweets that they made last night, saying there was a meeting due to take place tomorrow morning, of which is today, at BCFC, possible departures and changes to current coaching and backroom staff. They also understand there is some positive news regards to Jude Bellingham to be announced within the next few days. And the outcome was going to be unknown to today, except they're expecting the changes to be first team and under 23s, but beyond that. So it has officially come. The message has been put out by Birmingham City, and they have confirmed who will be what. As I said, the club can confirm the new football management team in place for the new campaign. Pep Clotet will be Blues' caretaker head coach, and the club is not actively seeking a head coach or manager at this time. So we have a permanent caretaker head coach? A strange one, but I'm not sure how that one's going to work. But I guess that's what they want. James Beattie, first team head coach. Darryl Flavin, goalkeeping coach. Sean Rush, head of physical performance. And Ryan Needs, head of analysis, also remain at Blues, which is a huge boost. I'm still a little bit worried that when Monk gets his next job, that James Beattie will leave as just Monk. But who knows, he may stay. And experienced midfielder Craig Gardner joins the staff as a player coach. It's a strange one. I'd have just made him a coach rather than player coach, because he doesn't need to be playing next season. He's not got it in his legs enough. I suppose he can be a player who comes off the bench and kind of does stuff like that. The roles were formally agreed and ratified today after a meeting with Rizal Dongren, the club director Edward Zhang, at the Trillion Trophy Training Centre, Wast Hills. They had a very positive talk and are focused on what they want to try and achieve, said Ren. Their professionalism shone throughout their meeting, and we know they're very talented and hard-working group. Pep will be our caretaker head coach, and we are not seeking anyone else. With the support we will continue to provide them and their expertise in coaching and preparation of the players, we are confident they can make significant progress to what we all want to achieve, success for Birmingham City. Blues report back for testing tomorrow, I presume testing training kind of thing, ahead of the 2019-20 championship season, which begins with a trip to Brentford on the 3rd of August. Now, all of that is interesting. Now, I'll say my piece on different parts of it. I'm a little bit confused by having caretaker head coach but seeming to be a permanent caretaker head coach. I'm not sure whether they're seeking a head coach or manager, because then they're not seeking one because they don't know if he's going to stay. They don't know if they can trust him to stay if Monk gets a new job. I'm not quite sure how that one's going to work. James Beattie staying is a huge boost. If he stays for next season, we can get the strikers moving and possibly get some more goals within the team. But again, I am worried that he will leave when Monk gets his next job. Craig Gardner joining as a player coach is a bit of a strange one. And I'm not quite sure how to take that. It's not what we expected to see or hear from Blues, but that's what they have done. I will go to the Blues page and I will read what some of you have had to say about this. So here, someone's just showing off his stats from when he was a manager at Oxford United. He had a 33% win ratio, winning 12 games, losing 14, drawing 10. So he's a very much win one, draw one, lose one kind of manager. But this is division below, obviously, so he isn't that much in expertise. Here's another person with the very confused-looking GIF with caretaker head coach. It's a confusing one. Head coach doesn't really get the roles of signing players, so we kind of have Ren as the only bloke who can sign players at the current moment. It's a strange one, and the fact they're not looking for a permanent person. It's a bit bizarre. It's a strange one. Yeah. Here's another one that pretty much sums up what everyone's thinking. Well done on creating the first permanent caretaker head coach role in football. Yeah, I've certainly never heard of it before, and I'm pretty sure I'll probably never hear of it again, because it's not something people do. Here's another one. As much as I like Pep, this reeks of Cottrell 2.0. Yes, it's a manager who's unexperienced at this level. Where he is experienced, he hasn't been great. He's been sacked from multiple jobs, and yeah, it's just the assistant manager of the manager before, just like he was when Cottrell got the job afterwards. So, yeah, it's kind of Cottrell 2.0. So I've asked a few fans on their opinions, and they're coming in. Well, quite a few people have said their opinions. I'll go to my first respondent that is Dean. He said he's lost for words, and none of us have ever seen anything like this. It seems that they don't know what they're doing, don't know what to do, and their plan is to do nothing. If it all goes well, say, yep, the plan all along was that. But if it goes wrong, say it was only temporary while we tried to find the right manager. And how exactly can we have a permanent head coach? It's a very good statement. I think it's the question everyone has. It's just a strange one. So another person that I asked was called Nevaldo77, who is a YouTuber who you can check out on YouTube. He's a Birmingham City fan, puts up a lot of cool videos. Hasn't uploaded for a while, but he's a really good guy. He does a lot of streams as well on pro clubs and stuff, so he's a good person. And he said, controversially, he's happy to accept that Monk was a legend. He's gone out, he's done what the board wanted him to do, and he's gone out on a high. It probably works the best for him, and probably would have a better chance for next season, as we're fucked financially and we don't have any money to spend, so he'll probably go to somewhere where he's got more money to spend. With Pep, he's not filled with confidence. He's been sacked in the league below with Oxford. He's taken over from Monk, who is a very big manager for us. Pep was a big part of it, but it would be easier to step up than walking into a fresh club. He will have the respect of the players from this point, so he should be okay there. However, looking at the player point of view, they all loved Monk, then he got sacked. Now there's a toxic energy back at the club again. That was removed when Monk came in and he changed it all. And will it be shown on the pitch? Only time will be able to tell for this. As fans, we need to do our utmost best not to let this toxicity reach St Andrews. Give those players the love and support they've been getting from last season. Pray that results come in our favour and before it's not too late. Thanks for getting involved in this vid, Nevaldo. So here we are to end the video off. It's an awkward position to be in, as it's not something that you can fully put yourself into and be able to say what you believe at this point, because there's so many stories. Nothing has been shown to us, clinical evidence, and actually physically gone, look, here it is, this is true. But we are all Blues fans, aren't we? So, as we say, keep right on. The end of that road might be far away. We'll all travel along. In my opinion, I agree with the fans doing like protests and different things like this to be able to show the board that we don't like what they are doing. But I feel that if we overdo them, it could completely go wrong. Like when we had the Cottrell era, it got to the players. They ended up falling down and ended up a lot lower down on feeling and didn't play well. They then stopped playing for the club because they didn't want the manager, and then it was a vicious cycle waiting to collapse. We can't let that happen again. We don't want to get the relegation. A lot of people who have said it out there, relegation, yeah, it could happen. It might not be the worst thing and all this, and they just aren't Blues fans in my eyes, because they don't. Which one of us actually wants our club to be relegated? You shouldn't be a supporter of a club and want them to be relegated. Now, that's just my opinion here. Now, you can put yours down below. Make sure to subscribe to Nevaldo on YouTube. He's a great guy. He's really helpful, and he's a nice person to talk to on Twitter. Get following him. Get following me while you're there. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep right on. Look forward to doing the next video.